pretty much they just, I think they're like, you can use them, but you just have to be kind of, you know, you gotta work with the build a little bit more. I'm not a very good D&D person. Like, I'm not like, well, actually, you know, I don't know many of the rules. I'm especially terrible with spells and spell slots. Like, those confuse the heck out of me. But, yeah. I'm actually going to be a tiefling, neutral, evil, warlock in a campaign I'm doing with some friends. So hopefully I learn a little bit about spells, because I know that their spells, it's not as complicated as, let's say, a wizard, but you still kind of learn the process, so I can use a wizard later on, since I kind of like the idea of a nerdy character, but handling a wizard is very hard at points, because you pretty much, you decide your spells every day, which gets a little cumbersome after a while, to say the least, from what I've heard. Again, I'm not a professional. I don't think there's really professional D&D players, but I'm not a professional. I do it as a hobby. I like it just because it's like fantasy. I love world building. I mostly use 5e. I find I do look up a lot of the Pathfinder has a lot more stuff, like more, because pretty much it's been around for a while, and like they don't like need to really adjust much for stuff. So they have like right now, actually one of the books that's supporting this is a Pathfinder Bestiary 6. So they have way more stuff. Whereas 5e, I would call it the Pocket Edition, because it seems like there's less like high challenge rating sort of things from what I've gathered. The challenge ratings seem to be much like lower in 5e. So I think that's because, again, it's like a pocket edition. Like, you can do it you can set up your character much more quickly in, in the 5e than you can with Pathfinder. I feel like Pathfinder's for, like, your hardcore nerds. But I also find that Pathfinder is a little bit not as... people say that 5e is broken, but, like, I still think you can do some stuff in the Pathfinder version that isn't very whatever. Alright, well, I'm trying to look for... I'm pretty sure I just finished that one. So, oh man, I'm looking back at some of the stuff I did in the other videos, and yeah, it shows that I couldn't see really what I was doing. It shows real hard. So, I'm gonna end this video here. Probably, or maybe I'll make a little anthology. You know what? Let's do more. Perhaps I'll have people in the comments tell me what you want. Because I have a lot of stuff. I have like, if you want to see me like actually draw some of these things, I'm up for that. If you want to watch some other stuff of me doing stuff. I do not have much on the docket at this moment. Right now I'm just looking through all my stuff, being like, where's my stuff? I have some Steven Universe stuff. If you guys are into fandom, I'm willing to do a lot. I mean, I feel bad because I feel like I'm gonna say something and be like, yeah, I'm willing to do this, and then not do it. Especially since, you know, I'm not a part of... I kind of want to do stuff I'm passionate in, especially since this is kind of a hobby. But, you know, we'll see. So I'm gonna stall a bit more so I can get more stuff up. Alright, I'm gonna, you know what, let's do some Cuphead stuff. I got a couple, ooh, I like that as well. I'm gonna take these out. I got a bit of doodles I could probably color in. Alright, I'm putting that back in the thing. I also make little paper children out of these, so if any of you are interested, just go in the comments, be like, yo, I'm interested, I'm willing to pay some money. The thing is like, since these are hand-drawn, they take a bit more time, so the price would have to probably be higher than most people are willing for art. Like with adoptables, a lot of times it's easy because you can just be like, well, because you can use a base pretty much, and people get mad at bases, but personally I say if the base is the one you made, it's not as bad. Well, there's gonna be an issue. Only go so far. Let's do this lady right here. Oh, I really do like, this is one of my favorite doodles right here. I found this on the internet, the way his head was drawn, and I decided to redraw it. Yo, cup face, where my freaking contracts at? And then curl this a little bit. There's Master Shake and Meatwad as Cuphead and Mugman. Here's some more doodles. I could always just kind of cut the side out so I can do it separately, so that you can see. These are actually from an idea I had, but I'll go into that later. Let's just stick to something a bit simpler for now. Let's do, I tried designing a character and it came out kind of wonky. Then I have a little guy right there. Let's stick to this. Oh man, that's really light. Alright, well I have to line this anyway. I'm probably gonna have to cut this into multiple videos, because from what I've heard, YouTube, especially with noobs, is very like, only 15 minutes, yeah. So that's gonna be fun. Alright, so let's do Baroness von Bonbon. Now, I'm gonna admit, I've actually not played Cuphead yet, mostly because I don't really have a Steam account, but I want to get one. I also don't have an Xbox to purchase it on either. I have to, oh man, I'm using a really thick marker for this. Oh, it's really big, so I remember when I was a noob at drawing, for every single one of my pieces, I used a 0.05, wait, I have it in my hand. Don't use these, except I sometimes use it for stippling, but I almost use it like not at all, especially for illustration, it's like not necessary. A 0.05 millimeter. Use it for like tiny details. I feel like it's more for realistic stuff, but it was because I was like, I'm gonna always go over it, but now I'm not as fearful of that, especially since, you know, I feel like color often masks a lot of the lining mistakes if you color it, but that's just me. Whereas if you line it straight, you can see more of the problems in the lining, whereas, yeah. It's kind of hard because I don't know why I drew this so light. It's good to draw light, but there we go. There's her face. Sorry if I dip out a lot. I'm not, again, a little bit. Yeah, see, it's getting a bit much better. You can, compared to the lightness of this looks so much more rich. So this should be coming into fruition in a minute. If it's really straining your eyes, because I understand, if it's really straining your eyes, just fast forward a little, no worries. Don't be like, oh, but like minutes, or you're gonna miss something funny. Nothing really funny going on, but But if you want to stay for the lining, that's good too. I don't think it should matter. Do what you want. It's your call. There's my bunny. Well, he's not my bunny. I'm bunny sitting. That's gonna be fun. It is fun. There's my mom, I think. Or my brother. They might barge in. I'll have to pause the video. It'll be awkward. Oh yeah, that looks... Well, there's a little bit of a kink in the... Again, especially since her hair is going to be a bit darker. Yeah, you can already see the definition coming more in. I don't know if that's my mom or my brother. I just don't want her to go up and be like... Yeah. Again, well, I'm not new to art, certainly, but I do feel a little... Oh, these hands. If you guys came to see someone butcher hands, you came to the right place. Alright, those are... I would recommend with a lot of the finer details to use a bigger marker. I mean a smaller marker. Don't stick to just one size like I'm doing right here. Don't be me. Personally, I just do it because, why not? Because this happens. Yeah. And because I feel like if you're coloring something, the lining is important, but it isn't as important as if you were to just leave it as a lined sketch. Yep, that happened. Yeah, you'll often notice I'll transition from that Tower Girl sort of art design to different styles. I vary it a lot because I kind of like, I think that's what artists should really do. And sometimes it doesn't work. Well, that has 5 fingers, and this has now it has 5 fingers. Don't do this. Do a better sketch. This was just very, very impromptu. Oh, fudge. I do this a lot. I like not know what's going on. I know I added this in last minute. Don't do this. Get like an idea in your head first. Well, a lot of these are just sketches first, like, and foremost. If you're gonna make something really official, like, you know, you're in for a contest or whatever, do thumbnails first. As you can see, there's a lot of other stuff on here. Like, there's Sally Stage Play, one of the little Trumple guys, Cuphead, and this little OC right here, this darling, that didn't really come out very well, at least in my opinion. If any of you would like to adopt her, or want me to develop her more in personality, because you do like her design or have any pointers for her design, feel free to fill me in, because a lot of people will get mad at constructive criticism, but I feel like I don't take criticism very well, but I think that that criticism is quite important, especially since maybe you guys can give me new lining tips. Like, you know, my lining's kind of sloppy right now, but one of you might be like, oh, do this with your hand. Your hand is in a really bad, I don't know, position for lining, and I'll do it, and I'll be like, wow, this is so much easier, thanks. You know, like, some tips of the trade are fine. Or if you want to make it just like iDubbbz comment section, that's okay too. I'd rather you not, but if that's what the fans desire, I guess that's what they desire.